The year was 3091. The galaxy was vast and full of wonders, but also full of danger. The Galactic Empire ruled many star systems with great power and strength. They had fleets of powerful warships, advanced technology, and armies that could crush planets if they wished. Among all the planets under their control or influence, Earth was the smallest and weakest. At least, that was what the Empire believed. Earth had long been forgotten by the greater galaxy. It was considered an insignificant planet, a backwater world full of simple people with no real power. The Empire's leaders thought Earth was just a small, old-fashioned place that could never be a threat. They watched the planet occasionally from afar, seeing no real military forces or advanced space fleets. The planet was rich in life and resources, but no one imagined it could defend itself against the Empire's might. But sometimes, what is quiet and hidden can be the most dangerous. On the edge of the solar system, a small scout ship of the Galactic Empire floated silently. It was called Scout 7, and its mission was simple: observe Earth and report if there was anything unusual. The ship was fast and well armed, but its crew did not expect any real challenge. They saw Earth as a dead world in terms of space power. Captain Czar, the commander of Scout 7, had little patience for small planets like Earth. He often joked with his crew about how easy it would be to take the planet if the Empire ever wanted it. Earth? Please, Czar said one day. They don't even have a real space fleet. We could destroy them with one ship. But something was about to change all that. One cold morning, Scout 7 was flying over the Arctic region of Earth. The planet was covered in blue oceans, green forests, and white ice. The Arctic ice stretched for thousands of miles, hiding secrets beneath it. As Scout 7 scanned the area, its instruments picked up a strange signal. It was faint but very unusual. The signal was a low-frequency pulse coming from deep beneath the ice. The crew grew curious, and Captain Czar ordered the ship to move closer. "Captain," the ship's science officer said, "this signal is not natural. It has a pattern, almost like a code." Czar frowned. "Show me," he ordered. The screen showed strange waveforms, repeating and shifting in ways that did not match anything the Empire had seen before. It was neither a distress call nor a common communication. The signal seemed to be coming from a hidden location, possibly a secret base or something underground. Czar's confidence began to waver. Could Earth be hiding something? "Prepare a landing party," he commanded. "I want to see what's under that ice." The crew of Scout 7 suited up and descended to the planet's surface. The cold air hit them like a wall. The Arctic was harsh and unforgiving. But below the ice, the source of the signal waited. As the landing party moved deeper into the ice tunnels, they saw strange metallic walls and structures hidden beneath the frozen surface. The metal was old, but advanced. It did not match Earth's known technology. It was something else. Suddenly, alarms rang on Scout 7. The ship's communication was blocked. The signal they had been tracking was no longer just a code, it was a warning. "Captain, we have company," the science officer said nervously. Outside the ship, something massive was moving beneath the ice. The ground trembled, and strange blue lights flickered in the darkness. Back on Earth, far away from the Empire's eyes, the world's leaders watched the situation carefully. President Arya Chun sat in a secure underground command center with her team. "We've been waiting a long time for this," she said quietly. "Activate Project Silent Thunder." The room was filled with tension. Project Silent Thunder was a secret operation known only to a few on Earth. It involved a warship so powerful and hidden that even the Galactic Empire did not suspect its existence. Deep beneath the Arctic ice, the warship called Vanguard began to stir. For decades, Earth scientists and engineers had worked in secret to build Vanguard. It was the planet's last hope, a weapon to protect Earth from the dangers of the galaxy. As the Vanguard's engines powered up, a cold blue light spread through the icy tunnels. The ship's eye came online with a calm but firm voice. Vanguard operational. Mission status. Defensive Earth initiated. Back on Scout 7, the crew could feel the change. The signal was no longer a warning. It was a threat, Captain. We must leave, the science officer urged. This is beyond anything we expected. But Tsar was proud and stubborn. No, he said. We must report this to the Empire. They need to know what Earth is hiding. As Scout 7 prepared to leave, the ice around them cracked. A massive shadow loomed above the ship. Vanguard was rising. The warship's size was unimaginable. It stretched for kilometers, dark and covered in advanced armor. It was not just a ship. It was a fortress. The crew of Scout 7 had never seen anything like it. Their weapons were useless against Vanguard's energy shields. Prepare to engage. Tsar shouted dot, but before they could fire, a powerful pulse from Vanguard hit Scout 7. The ship was thrown backward. Systems failing. The Empire's scout ship was now trapped in a nightmare it did not understand. Meanwhile, on Earth, President Chun stared at the glowing screens. They thought Earth was powerless, she said. They were wrong. The Galactic Empire did not fear Earth until their hidden warship unleashed hell. The Arctic was quiet, but beneath its frozen surface, something was stirring. The strange signal that Scout 7's science officer detected was not a random noise or an accident. It was a deliberate message, coming from deep underground, from a place no one outside Earth's secret knew existed. Captain Tsar and his landing party were cautious but confident. They had weapons, training, and the power of the Empire behind them. Yet as they moved further into the icy tunnels, they could feel the air grow colder, heavier. The walls were lined with strange metal, smooth and dark, unlike any material known on Earth or in the galaxy. It gleamed under their flashlights with a blue light that seemed to pulse with a rhythm like a heartbeat. Lieutenant Kyla, the science officer, scanned the walls with her device. This metal, it's not from Earth or any known star system. It's a hybrid technology, part alien, part human. Tsar frowned. Alien? Are you saying Earth has been working with aliens? Or hiding alien technology? Kala shook her head slowly. I don't know. But this place was built to hide something. Something powerful. The landing party reached a large chamber deep beneath the ice. In the center was a massive door, covered with symbols no one recognized. It was sealed tight. Suddenly, a low hum filled the air. The door began to vibrate. Captain, we should wait for backup, Kala warned. But Tsar was already moving forward. He placed his hand on a panel next to the door. To his surprise, the symbols lit up. The door slowly opened, revealing a dark space beyond. Inside was the secret Earth warship Vanguard. The ship was huge, far larger than anything the Empire had seen in this solar system. Its dark hull reflected the icy walls, and blue lights ran along its edges. Tsar's jaw tightened. This changes everything. On Scout 7, the alarms blared suddenly. The ship was losing connection with its systems. Outside, the ice around them began to crack and shake. Back on Earth, President Ariat Chun and her advisors watched the situation unfold on their secure monitors. The secret was out. Vanguard is active, she said. It's time. Sir, the Empire's Scout 7 is trapped, her military commander reported. They're trying to escape, but their ship is failing. President Chun nodded. Prepare the defense protocols. Earth will no longer be ignored. Meanwhile, inside the ice tunnels, Vanguard's AI activated fully. It spoke with a calm mechanical voice, but with a tone of purpose. Unknown ships detected. Security protocols engaged. Unauthorized presence will be neutralized. Tsar ordered his men to prepare weapons, but they felt powerless. The ice trembled as Vanguard powered up its engines. The ground shook violently. Captain, retreat. shouted Kyla. "We can't fight this." But it was too late. The warship's power surged. A blue energy wave shot through the tunnels, disabling Scout 7 systems. Outside, the Empire's ships received no response from Scout 7. The silence was chilling. The Galactic Empire had underestimated Earth. The planet was no longer a quiet backwater. It had a weapon that could change the course of the galaxy. The question now was simple. Could the Empire survive Earth's hidden warship? The cold silence of space was broken by a sudden explosion near Earth's North Pole. The Galactic Empire's Scout 7 had sent its last signal, then nothing. Above the ice, something massive was moving. Vanguard, Earth's hidden warship, was awakening. Captain Czar stared in disbelief as the enormous vessel slowly rose from beneath the frozen surface. It was unlike anything he had ever seen. A dark giant with smooth, angular armor stretching over 3 kilometers long. Blue lights glowed along its hull, pulsing like a heartbeat. The ice and snow cracked and shattered as Vanguard broke free, sending shards flying into the freezing air. The Empire's fleet commander received the news with shock. "What is that monstrosity?" he asked his officers. "Impossible," one replied. "Earth was supposed to be defenseless." But Vanguard was very real and very dangerous. From deep inside Vanguard, the I system came online. Its voice was calm, controlled, but carried the weight of a mission. Defense of Earth activated. Enemy presence detected. Initiating countermeasures. Back on Scout 7, Captain Czar fought to regain control, but the ship's systems were failing fast. The powerful pulse from Vanguard had disabled their weapons and communications. "We have to get out," Czar ordered, but his crew knew it was too late. Meanwhile, far from the battlefield, Earth's leaders watched in tense silence. President Arya Chun's eyes did not leave the monitors. "They thought Earth was weak," she said quietly. "They were wrong. Very wrong." The warship's engines roared as Vanguard prepared to defend its home. The Galactic Empire, proud and powerful, was about to learn that Earth was no longer the powerless planet it once was. The war for Earth had begun. The sky above Earth was no longer calm. The distant stars watched as a new war began, a war that would decide the fate of a small planet that the Galactic Empire had once ignored. After the hidden warship Vanguard had risen from beneath the Arctic ice, the Empire's pride was shaken. Their scout ship, Scout 7, was destroyed, and their commanders were furious. They sent reinforcements, a fleet of 3 mighty destroyers, to Earth's orbit, determined to crush any resistance. Commander Czar, now stranded and powerless inside the damaged Scout 7, could only watch helplessly from space as the bigger ships prepared to fight Vanguard. The 3 destroyers were the pride of the Empire, massive war machines armed with the latest weapons and shields stronger than most planets' defenses. They approached Earth's orbit with confidence. On Earth, the world held its breath. Governments ordered citizens to stay indoors, and evacuation plans for major cities were set in motion. But for most people, the battle was invisible. Only a few knew the truth, that Vanguard was ready to defend its home. Inside the Vanguard's command center, the ship's AI spoke quietly but firmly. Enemy ships approaching orbit. Target acquisition systems online. Defense protocols active. Captain Mira, the human commander working with Vanguard, looked at the glowing screens filled with tactical data. "This is it," she said to her small team. "We hold this line, no matter what." The destroyers moved closer, their engines glowing bright against the blackness of space. Suddenly, the calm of the orbit was shattered by the first shots. Bright beams of energy blasted out from the Empire ships. They fired with deadly precision, targeting Vanguard's shields. Vanguard responded instantly. Its energy shields flared to life, absorbing the attacks like water on stone. The blue glow around the ship grew stronger. The battle had begun. The first destroyer tried to close the distance, hoping to use its heavy weapons to break through Vanguard's defenses. But the warship was faster than it looked, using advanced thrusters and cloaking systems. Vanguard darted and weaved through space like a shadow. It launched a series of small drones, autonomous fighters, that attacked the destroyers from all sides. The drones were fast and deadly, each equipped with lasers and missiles designed to disable enemy weapons. The destroyers found themselves surrounded. Commander Czar, now watching the fight from his damaged ship, felt a mix of fear and awe. How is Earth doing this? He wondered aloud. This warship, it's unlike anything we have. Back on Earth, President Chun received reports from the space battle. She remained calm but determined. We will not let the Empire take our home, she said. Vanguard is our shield and our future. The second destroyer fired a massive plasma cannon, hoping to break Vanguard's shields with sheer power. The blast struck the warship, sending a shockwave through space. For a moment, Vanguard's shields flickered, but did not fail. Inside Vanguard, alarms rang. Systems worked overtime to reinforce defenses. Captain Mira barked orders. Deploy countermeasures, launch decoys, keep moving. The battle grew more intense. Space around Earth was filled with explosions, bright lights, and deadly energy beams. The destroyers worked together, trying to trap Vanguard between them. But the warship's AI was smart. It calculated every move, predicting enemy tactics and adjusting in real time. Suddenly, Vanguard fired a surprise attack, a massive burst of energy from its main cannon. The blast hit the first destroyer's engine, causing a fiery explosion that sent debris flying into space. The Empire's fleet was shaken. They did not expect such power from Earth. The third destroyer launched a swarm of fighter ships to attack Vanguard's drones. The two forces clashed in a fierce dogfight above Earth's atmosphere. On the surface, people watched the night sky glow with flashes of light. News channels tried to explain what was happening, but the truth was too complex and frightening. Commander Czar struggled to contact Empire Command, but the warship's energy pulse had jammed their signals. We're isolated, he said grimly. This is going badly. Meanwhile, Vanguard prepared for the final phase of defense. I announced an important update. Vanguard's weapon systems at full capacity. Preparing to deploy orbital mines. Captain Mira nodded. Deploy the mines, make the enemy pay for every inch. Thousands of small mines scattered around Earth's orbit, hidden in the darkness of space. They were armed with explosive charges and sensors that could detect enemy ships. The Empire's destroyers, unaware of the mines, flew into the deadly trap. One by one, the mines exploded, damaging ships and forcing the fleet to retreat. The battle was turning in Earth's favor, but the Empire was not finished. They sent a distress signal asking for reinforcements. A full fleet was on its way. The galaxy's most powerful weapons and ships would soon arrive. On Earth, the mood was tense but hopeful. We bought time, President Chun told her advisors, but this war is far from over. The warship Vanguard, damaged but undefeated, returned to a safe orbit. It would fight again, stronger and smarter. The battle for Earth's orbit was just the beginning. The Galactic Empire didn't fear Earth before. Now they had every reason to be afraid. The victory in Earth's orbit was short-lived. The Galactic Empire, bruised but not broken, was ready to respond. The Empire's leaders gathered in their massive war room aboard the flagship dreadnought. Its walls were dark metal, filled with glowing screens showing star maps and fleet positions. Supreme Commander Talak paced before his officers, his face hard and determined. They dared to fight us with that warship, Vanguard, Talak said, voice cold. We will show them what real power means. Prepare the fleet. We strike back with everything we have. The fleet was unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. Hundreds of warships, destroyers, cruisers, and fighters, all armed with the latest weapons technology. Their mission: crush Earth's resistance and destroy Vanguard. Back on Earth, the mood was tense but cautious. The people celebrated their victory in orbit, but knew the Empire was coming back, stronger and angrier. President Arya Chen stood in the command center, watching the incoming fleet on her screen. "This is just the beginning," she said. "We have to be ready." Inside Vanguard, Captain Mira prepared her crew. "The Empire will not give up easily. We must be ready for anything." The warship's AI scanned the approaching fleet. Enemy forces detected: 247 ships, 1,600 fighter squadrons. "More than we faced before," Mira said. "But we can't run. We have to fight." The calm before the storm days passed, and Earth's atmosphere grew heavy with anticipation. Satellites monitored the sky. Military bases were on high alert. People went about their daily lives, but fear was in their eyes. On the Empire's flagship, Dreadnought, Commander Talok studied Vanguard's profile. "It's a fortress, but it has weaknesses. We will exploit them." The fleet began moving into position near Earth's orbit. Fighters launched in waves, sweeping through space to hunt down Vanguard's drones. "Target their support systems first," Talok ordered. "If we take down their drones, Vanguard becomes vulnerable." In the warship's command center, alarms blared. "Fighter squads incoming," the AI announced. Captain Mira took a deep breath. "All hands prepare for battle." The first clash. The skies above Earth exploded with light as hundreds of fighters engaged in dogfights. Vanguard's drones clashed with the Empire's fighters, filling space with blazing lasers and missile trails. On the ground, people watched the flashing sky with awe and fear. News channels broadcast images from orbit, showing the fierce battle. Vanguard maneuvered gracefully, avoiding enemy fire and launching counterattacks. Its main cannon charged, ready to fire a devastating blast. But the Empire's fighters were relentless. They swarmed in waves, striking with speed and precision. Vanguard's shields took heavy damage. Captain Mira's voice was calm but urgent. "Focus on defense. Keep the drones in the fight." The Empire's secret weapon. Suddenly, the Dreadnought unleashed its secret weapon, a massive energy beam. Called the Starbreaker. It was a weapon designed to destroy entire ships with a single shot. The beam fired, cutting through space toward Vanguard. The warship's shields flared violently under the impact. The crew felt the ship shake, shields holding but weakening. The AI warned. Captain Mira ordered evasive maneuvers. "We can't take a direct hit from that weapon." Vanguard twisted and turned, dodging missiles and laser fire as the Dreadnought kept firing the Starbreaker. The turning point as the battle raged, Captain Mira noticed something on the enemy's formation, a pattern. The Empire's fleet was trying to trap Vanguard in a deadly crossfire. "We're surrounded," she said. "We need a plan." The AI processed data quickly, suggesting tactical retreat to low Earth orbit, then counterattack using planetary defenses. Mira nodded. "Prepare for retreat. Activate stealth mode." Vanguard disappeared from enemy sensors, cloaked by advanced technology. The Empire fleet searched desperately, but couldn't find the warship. Earth's hidden defenses on Earth's surface, hidden missile silos and laser batteries activated. These were the secret defenses developed alongside Vanguard, designed to protect the planet if the warship was forced to retreat. The Empire's fleet was caught off guard as missiles streaked through space, striking their ships, targeting enemy cruisers. The AI announced. The battle shifted. The Empire's ships took heavy damage from the coordinated attack of Vanguard and Earth's surface. "Weapons." Commander Talok growled. "They have more tricks than we expected." The final assault. Despite the surprise attack, the Empire regrouped quickly. The Dreadnought ordered a full assault on Earth's surface. Huge dropships, carrying elite soldiers, descended into the atmosphere. Their mission: sabotage Earth's defenses and capture Vanguard. On the ground, Earth's armies prepared to meet the invaders. Soldiers armed with advanced weapons waited in bunkers, ready for the fight. President Chun addressed her people. The Empire comes to conquer, but we stand together. We fight for our home. Clash on the surface. The elite Imperial troops landed near Earth's missile silos. Fierce battles broke out. Explosions rocked the landscape. Earth's soldiers fought bravely, using every advantage to push back the enemy. Inside Vanguard, Captain Mira coordinated attacks to support ground forces. Drones provided air cover and attacked enemy positions, but the Empire's soldiers were well trained and heavily armed. The fight was brutal and costly. Vanguard's last stand, the Empire's dreadnought, focused its fire on Vanguard once more. The warship, already damaged, struggled to hold its shields. Captain Mira made a decision. Prepare the final weapon. The AI responded. Do you mean the planet's orbital cannon? Yes, Mira said. If we lose Vanguard, Earth loses its protector. The orbital cannon was a massive weapon hidden in the far side of the moon. It was powerful enough to destroy entire ships, but required precise aim and time to charge. The orbital cannon fires as the Empire's fleet closed in. Vanguard launched. A desperate mission. Send a signal to the moon's base to fire the cannon dot on the moon. Earth's engineers worked quickly. The cannon powered up, its barrel glowing with energy. Target locked. The chief engineer said. The beam fired, cutting through space toward the dreadnought. The massive ship shook violently. Its shields failed, and an explosion ripped through. Its hull. The Empire retreats, with their flagship crippled and heavy losses mounting. The Empire's fleet began to withdraw. Commander Talak was furious, but knew when to pull back. This isn't over, he warned. Earth will pay for this. Aftermath. Earth was battered but victorious. The battle had tested the planet's strength and resolve. Captain Mira and Vanguard limped back into orbit. Damaged but alive. President Chun addressed the world. We have shown the galaxy that Earth will not be conquered. Our fight continues, but together we will protect our home. The Galactic Empire may have struck back, but Earth had fought harder. The war was far from over. After the fierce battle in orbit, Earth breathed a temporary sigh of relief. The Galactic Empire's fleet had retreated, but the danger was far from over. Everyone knew that the Empire would return, stronger and more determined. Yet beneath the surface of this fragile peace, a deeper mystery was waiting, something that could change everything. Captain Mira sat in Vanguard's command center, staring at the glowing star map of the solar system. The warship was badly damaged, but the AI was working tirelessly to repair it. Captain, the warship's systems are stabilizing, the AI reported. Repairs to the main engines are 67% complete. Shield generators at 82%. However, there is an anomaly detected deep within the planet's core. Myra's eyes narrowed. An anomaly? Explain. The sensors detected unusual energy signatures originating from the Earth's inner core. This energy is unlike anything recorded before. It appears to be artificial in nature. Mira leaned forward. Artificial, you mean? Something built inside the Earth? Affirmative, Captain. The readings suggest a hidden structure deep beneath the planet's surface. This may explain the advanced technology powering Vanguard and the defense systems. Myra's mind raced. The warship, the hidden defenses, the secret missile silos, all of it was connected to this mysterious core. Prepare an expedition, she ordered. We need to discover what's down there. This could be the key to Earth's survival. The descent begins. A small team was assembled for the mission. Captain Mira, Lieutenant Kala, the science officer, and a few engineers. They boarded a sleek subsurface exploration vessel designed to withstand extreme pressure and heat. The vessel launched from Vanguard, entering the Earth's atmosphere. Instead of going up, it plunged down, deep beneath the crust, toward the core. The journey was tense. Outside the windows, the darkness swallowed all light. The crew felt the immense pressure pressing in from all sides. Lieutenant Kala monitored. The instruments. Energy readings are increasing. We're close. Suddenly, the vessel passed through a hidden tunnel, a vast cavern filled with glowing crystals and strange machinery. The walls pulsed with blue light. Mira stared in awe. This isn't natural. Someone built this. The ancient facility, the vessel docked at a massive door, covered in strange symbols that glowed faintly. We need to get inside, Mira said. Lieutenant Kala studied the symbols. These markings look like a mix of ancient Earth languages and alien codes. Mira smiled slightly. A secret left by those who came before us, or those who wanted to protect us. They entered the facility. Inside, the air was cool and still. Hallways stretched into darkness, lit only by soft blue lights. Team explored carefully. They found rooms filled with technology beyond anything on Earth. Energy generators, control panels, and strange devices humming with power. The core reactor finally. They reached the heart of the facility, a massive reactor glowing with intense blue energy. It was the source of the mysterious power. Lieutenant Kala's voice was filled with wonder. This reactor, it's the power source for Vanguard. It's been hidden here, beneath our feet, all along. Mira looked at the data streams flowing across her screen. If the Empire knew about this, they would destroy it first. Suddenly, alarms blared. The facility's AI had detected intruders. The Empire's sensors had found them. The Imperial threat back in orbit. The Empire had been rebuilding its forces. Commander Talok's spies discovered the secret facility's location, deep within Earth's core. He sent a strike team to destroy the reactor and cripple Earth's defenses. Mira's team prepared for battle. The narrow corridors of the ancient facility echoed with the footsteps of approaching Imperial soldiers. The fight was intense and close. The Earth defenders used the advanced technology inside the facility to their advantage, activating automated turrets and defense drones. Battle underground. Mira and Kala fought side by side with their soldiers. The glowing corridors became a deadly battlefield. Explosions shook the facility as the Imperial troops pushed forward. We have to protect the reactor, Mira shouted. Kala worked quickly to activate a defense shield around the core. The shield shimmered to life just as enemy grenades exploded nearby. The underground battle was brutal, but the defenders' knowledge of the facility gave them the edge. The hidden message during the fight. Kala discovered a hidden chamber behind a sealed door. Inside was a holographic recording left by the planet's ancient protectors. The recording showed a group of beings, neither fully human nor alien, explaining how they created the reactor to protect Earth from cosmic threats. They warned that the reactor's power must never fall into the wrong hands. Kala showed the message to Mira. This explains everything. Earth's defenses, Vanguard, the secret technology, it's all part of this legacy. Turning the tide with renewed determination, Mira led a counterattack. Using the facility's advanced weapons, they pushed the Imperial forces back. The invading soldiers, overwhelmed and outmatched, retreated toward their extraction point. Mira ordered her team to seal the facility's entrances. Heavy blast doors closed with a thunderous sound. A new hope. The reactor continued to hum with power, its blue light filling the core chamber. Mira looked at the data once more. We have a powerful secret. If we can protect this, we can stand against the Empire. And anything else? Lieutenant Kala nodded. Earth's future depends on what we do now. The team returned to Vanguard with new knowledge and hope. The warship's systems began to heal faster, fueled by the energy from the core. President Chun received the news with relief. Earth's secret is safe for now. But the galaxy was vast and dangerous. The Empire would not give up easily. Mira stared out at the stars. Our fight is just beginning. The warning came suddenly, cutting through the calm of Vanguard's command center like a sharp blade. The Galactic Empire's fleet, larger and more brutal than ever before, had returned. This time, their mission was clear: destroy Vanguard and conquer Earth once and for all. Captain Mira stood at the bridge, her eyes scanning the holographic display of approaching enemy ships. Hundreds of vessels blotted out the stars, advancing like a dark storm. The warship's damaged hull creaked slightly under the strain of previous battles, but its spirit remained unbroken. We knew this day would come, Mira said quietly. They will throw everything at us. We must be ready for our last stand. Preparing for battle inside the ship, every crew member moved with purpose. Engineers rushed to repair weapons and shields. Pilots checked their drones and fighters, ready to launch at a moment's notice. The IS voice echoed through the halls. All systems at 90%. Tactical analysis indicates a 70% chance of survival if current strategy holds. Mira didn't like those odds. We can do better than that, she said. She gathered her officers in the strategy room. The holographic map showed the massive Empire fleet closing in from multiple directions. The enemy is stronger, faster, and better armed, she explained. But Vanguard has one advantage: knowledge of Earth's secrets. We fight, not just for survival, but for the future. Lieutenant Kala, her trusted science officer, added, the core reactor below is stable and fully operational. It can power new weapons if we can hold the line, Mira nodded. Then we fight. For Earth. The enemy arrives as the enemy fleet moved into firing range. Vanguard's main guns lit up, sending beams of energy slicing through space. The Empire's ships responded with a barrage of plasma missiles and laser fire. Explosions rocked the warship, shaking the hull. Alarms blared. The crew held their positions, steady and focused. The battle was chaotic. Fighters zoomed past, weaving between blasts and debris. Vanguard's drones swarmed the enemy, attacking relentlessly. Despite the defense, the Empire's numbers were overwhelming. One by one, Vanguard's supporting drones were destroyed. Captain Mira gave a sharp order. Deploy the stealth fighters. We need to disrupt their command ships. A desperate maneuver. The stealth fighters launched from Vanguard's hangar, disappearing into space like shadows. Their mission was risky: to infiltrate the Empire's fleet and target the enemy flagship. Inside the enemy flagship dreadnought, alarms screamed. The stealth fighters had reached their target. Commander Tulloch shouted orders. Destroy them at all costs. But the fighters were fast and precise. They launched missiles that crippled the flagship's weapon systems, forcing it to retreat. From the front lines, back on Vanguard, the crew cheered briefly. The tide was shifting, but the cost was high. Damage and sacrifice. Vanguard sustained heavy damage during the attack. A critical hit to the engines reduced maneuverability. Engine power at 40%, the AI reported. Shield strength declining. Captain Mira gritted her teeth. We can't hold like this. She ordered an emergency evacuation of non-essential personnel to the surface. The warship was their shield, but they could not lose the people they fought to protect. Lieutenant Kala remained at her station. The core reactor can power a final weapon, she said. But it needs time to charge. Make it fast, Mira replied. The final weapon deep inside Vanguard, engineers worked frantically. The core reactor's energy flowed through cables and conduits, feeding the massive weapon. The Earthbreaker cannon. It was a weapon of last resort, designed to end any enemy threat with a single blast. The countdown began. Outside, the battle raged on. The Empire's fleet pressed forward, determined to crush Vanguard before it could fire. The last fight. Captain Mira took the helm herself. With Vanguard's engines faltering, she piloted the ship in daring maneuvers, dodging enemy fire and buying time for the cannon to charge. Almost there. Lieutenant Kala said, monitoring the weapon's status. Enemy fighters closed in, launching missiles and lasers, targeting incoming threats. The AI announced, Vanguard's last drones engaged the enemy, protecting the ship's fragile systems. The cannon fires. With a final surge of energy, the Earthbreaker cannon powered up. Its massive barrel glowed with intense light. Ready to fire, Kala said. Mira nodded. Fire. A beam of unimaginable power shot out from Vanguard, cutting through space like a blade of pure energy. It struck the center of the Empire's fleet, hitting the Dreadnought and several other warships. Explosions tore through the enemy formation. Ships were destroyed in an instant. Victory and loss. The Empire's fleet faltered. Their numbers were shattered, and the survivors retreated into the dark void of space. Vanguard, however, was badly damaged. Its systems were failing, and the hull was breached in multiple places. Captain Mira looked around at her weary crew. We won this battle, she said, but the war is not over. She knew this was only the beginning. The Empire would return, and Earth would have to be ready. A new dawn back on Earth. People watched the sky. The battle had saved their home, but it had also shown them the true cost of war. President Chun addressed the world. We stand together, stronger than ever. Vanguard and her crew are our heroes, but the fight for Earth's future continues. Captain Mira, resting after the battle, looked at the stars through the viewport. She knew one thing for sure: Earth's secret weapon, Vanguard, would fight to the last breath to protect its home, and the galaxy would never forget the day Earth stood tall. The galaxy had never seen anything like it. For centuries, Earth had been a quiet world, overlooked and underestimated by the mighty Galactic Empire. But now, after years of secret preparation, after battles that had tested courage and strength, Earth was ready to roar, and roar it did. Captain Mira stood on the bridge of Vanguard, the warship that had become the symbol of Earth's resistance. The ship was repaired and stronger than ever, powered by the mysterious core buried deep beneath the planet's surface. Around her, the crew moved with steady confidence, each member knowing this battle could decide the fate of their world. Outside, the stars glittered coldly, but this time, Earth's defenders would bring the storm. The Empire's final assault commander Telok, the ruthless leader of the Empire's fleet, had gathered his forces for one last attempt to crush Earth. His armada was the largest ever assembled. Thousands of warships, hundreds of thousands of fighters, and legions of soldiers ready to invade. This ends now, Telok said, his voice echoing through the flagship Dreadnought. Earth will fall, and the Empire will claim its prize. His fleet advanced, casting a dark shadow across the solar system. The Empire's ships moved like a tidal wave, threatening to overwhelm Earth's defenses. Earth's united front, but Earth was no longer the powerless planet it once seemed. President Arya Chun stood before her people, her voice strong and unwavering. We have faced impossible odds, she said. We have lost much, but we have also gained hope. Today, Earth fights as one, for freedom, for peace, for our future. Across the globe, millions of people took up arms, from soldiers to engineers, pilots to scientists. Every resource was dedicated to defending their home. In orbit, Vanguard prepared to lead the fight, its powerful weapons charged and ready. The battle begins. The first shots rang out in the vastness of space. Vanguard unleashed its cannons, cutting swaths through the Empire's advancing fighters. Explosions lit the darkness as fleets clashed with thunderous force. Inside Vanguard, Captain Mira directed the battle. Focus fire on the enemy's command ships. Disrupt their coordination. Her voice was calm but urgent. The crew worked in perfect harmony, launching drones and fighters to engage the enemy. Earth's secret weapon, deep beneath the planet's surface, the core reactor hummed with energy. It fed power to Vanguard and to hidden weapons scattered across Earth. Laser rays on mountain peaks, Missile batteries in the deserts and orbital cannons ready to strike. Lieutenant Kala monitored. The energy flow. The core is at full capacity. We can sustain the fight as long as we need, Mira smiled. Good. Then let's make this the day Earth roared. The turning point, the Empire's fleet seemed unstoppable, but Earth's defenders fought with a new fierceness. Vanguard's stealth fighters slipped through enemy lines, sabotaging key ships. Earth's surface weapons blasted Imperial cruisers from orbit. The tide began to turn. The ground battle, the Empire launched massive dropships filled with soldiers, attempting to land on Earth's surface. But Earth's armies were ready. Soldiers fought fiercely to defend their cities, using advanced weapons and tactics learned from years of conflict. Explosions shook the land. As battles raged from deserts to forests to urban centers, the Empire's desperation, Commander Talak realized his forces were losing. He ordered a final, desperate attack, a massive energy bomb designed to destroy Vanguard and cripple Earth's defenses. Vanguard's crew braced for impact. Vanguard's heroic stand Captain Mira ordered all remaining fighters to intercept the bomb. The stealth fighters raced through space, weaving past enemy fire to reach the deadly payload. In a daring move, they destroyed the bomb moments before it reached Vanguard. The Empire's defeat with their plan foiled. The Empire's fleet fell apart. Ships retreated, soldiers surrendered, and the dark shadow over Earth lifted. Earth's victory, the planet erupted in celebration. People cheered in the streets, tears of joy and relief flowing freely. President Chun addressed the world. Today, Earth has shown the galaxy its true strength. We are no longer a silent world. We have roared, and the universe has heard us. The new era. Captain Mira looked to the stars, knowing peace was fragile but worth fighting for. Vanguard stood ready, a guardian for Earth and a symbol of hope. Earth had roared, and the galaxy would never forget.